The recording started.
Okay, let me share the screen, but one note, it's possible issue from my side, so it's possible I will leave this meeting, but Andrei is here and he able to proceed. So please don't worry. And let's start from the current week. And first of all, let's talk about the educational program. This week you should learn about Scrum and Kanban. And within the next weeks, you will be able to apply all this knowledge, because working in the group, it's definitely really important to know either Scrum or Kanban, but I guess you will apply Scrum more often than Kanban, so I would recommend you to try to use Scrum while you will working in the group. I hope that you can create something kind of daily status, group demo, and so on. And the next topic is CI/CD. It's knowledge will help you to launch your project from the scratch, create some necessary, for instance, let's say quality gates, when you can control the level of your code in order all project. And this CI/CD theme is really popular on the interview. So please read very careful, because you will apply it within the first week of final task. And yep, it's time to talk a final task, but before we start, let's discuss the very important rule for this task. You can apply this task only in groups by 3 people. Currently, we have a set of groups they created by themselves, and these people organize their own group. It's absolutely okay, and I was glad to see that you active enough, but several groups has only one people or without any people. So I added some people to have 3 person in this group, and several group organized randomly. So pay attention, that last group have only 1 people, but don't worry. I believe that some students forget to register to this task, and this group also will be by 3 people. And currently we have no people in the waiting list, but today I had a message in the Discord about the missing the deadline for registration. That's why I extend the deadline for 1 day. And I hope the last group will be full. And finally, we had a conversation with the mentors, and I believe at least one mentor will be ready to help you while you will be implement this task, or in case you have any question and you will need some consulting. And that's all from my side. And Andrei will tell you about the task itself. Andrei, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Hannah. Let me share my screen. And okay. Yeah. Hello, everyone. I I'll give a brief overview on this application, and then we'll dive deep into first sprint. So the final task, on the final task, you have to create an e-commerce application. A final task designed to give you an experience of working with team on the project that close to real project. So the task have two type of submission, and if the task after sprint should checked by mentor, all team members should submit their work individually. If on the if by the requirements the task should be submitted, should be checked by code review, only team lead should submit the task. During development, you should use TypeScript. TypeScript is mandatory for this project. You can use well-known framework for this task, React, Angular, or Vue, but jQuery is not allowed for this task. The application should be a single-page application, and yeah. Using pre-built e-commerce template for the front end is not allowed. Using the commerce tools, Sunrise Data is not allowed. Okay. The task divided into 4 sprints. Yeah, you will read from the page about Kanban and Scrum that in real world we divided our development to the short sprints, and you also will try it. The first sprint is short, only 1 week long. This is this sprint you will use for setup, for the repository setup, and to configure development environment, to connect with other team members, and create a strategy of development your project. And maybe that's all from my side. Do you have any questions? Yes.
Where should we create our repository, on private GitHub or on a school GitHub?
Hannah, can you help?
In case you will use your private repository, our student, as a student from your group, will not be able to join this repository.
So it should be school repository.
Yep.
And team lead creating it.
Yeah, but I will recommend you to try to check that all group will have access to this repository. because we had issues with this access previously, and we try to fix it, but it might be an issue again. But don't worry, it's okay. And in this case, I will tell you how to work.
And how can we create a new repository? Because for now, each student have its own.
Yeah, one of team should create the repository and using own one, and you inside your own repository you create the new one for this final task, and you should get access to your team members.
Okay, and one more question. Should we use object-oriented programming approach or functional approach?
It's absolutely up to your team. Even if you would like to try React, for instance, all team members have learned React recently or some time ago, and all team would like to try, please feel free. But if at least one people in the team don't know some technology, you should use the TypeScript. And what approach would you like to use? It's absolutely up to you. If you would like to try to use functional programming, feel free. But if you like OOP much more, please use OOP. It doesn't matter.
Okay, thank you.
And pay attention that the sprint 1, but in real project we call it sprint 0. It's kind of sprint when you should create and install launch repository, install necessary tools, and so on. So you basically the first sprint, it's sprint not about coding, it's sprint about setting all necessary environments. That's why you will have know this task in the score, because you can check and set the points for this. But starting from the sprint 2, you will see the task in the score, and you will get marks or points for each sprint.
So now we're just preparing for our project and we won't receive any scores for it. It's just preparation. And
Yes.
we won't see any task in our schedule.
Yes, correct.
Thank you.
It's time to prepare all necessary for sprint 2, because starting from sprint 2 you will code a lot. But if you install all necessary for the first day, it's okay if you will start working on a sprint 2. But it's not a coding Scrum.
And one more question. I don't know exactly what my team would choose, but if we choose to use React, can we use this Create React app?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any questions? Seems no.
I forgot
Yeah.
one important note, that there is requirements how you should work with your repo. So you should create a develop branch from the main branch, and you should use feature branch approach for this. It means that you create branch for your task, for task that you will be created on the your Kanban board. You should create a feature branch, and then after the development, you should merge it branch to the develop branch. So with code review and other actions from your team.
Seems you show everything.
Yes.
And one more question. Do you have some pattern in Figma or somewhere else to watch what should we do in future project?
No,
We
just
have
your imagination.
yes. We have only requirements what you have to implement. But yeah, all design only up to you.
Anna, I see your hand.
So my question is, all the group members should have their own branches on GitHub to raise their own pull requests, or how's it gonna happen?
Okay, you should have one general repository for all team members. But when you start working on some task, you should create a new branch from the develop, implement your task, and then create pull request and share the link for this pull request within your group. Your team members should check your pull request and approve it or reject, or give you some recommendation for improvements. And after the pull request will be approved, you are allowed to merge it to the develop branch. So you have the shared repo for your team, but all work should be done in the separate branch.
Okay, understood.
Okay. Any questions, guys? 1, 2, 3. Seems no. Thank you guys for attending, for your question, and I wish you an interesting week. See you next week. Bye-bye.
See you.
See you.
Mm.
Bye.